And welcome to the Oprah Diddy Show, where today I'm asking, have you experienced the social butterfly? If not, I've got Kim here with me. I want to throw this over so she can go ahead and jump in and tell us a little about this social butterfly movement.
Well, what's happening, my beautiful faces? And so, to all of the Oprah Diddy good people, it is I, and she, of course, is me, your girl Kim, the SSB, honey. And I am here to make sure you guys know a little bit, or even a little bit more, about yours truly, your favorite musical bartender.
Ooh, musical bartender. So tell
Yes.
people where they find you, Kim.
All right, so for all of my beautiful faces, you can find me on just about all social media platforms. Now I'm kind of getting in the hang of trying to make sure they all the names align. So on Facebook, I'm on as Soulful Social Butterfly. I know that's a lot, but on Threads and Twitter and IG, you can find me as Kim.da.ssb.
You guys make sure that you not this one because that's me, Oprah Diddy. Y'all know I can't ever get my hands right. But if you look at the bottom of the screen, I've also got that information for you as well. So again, that's
There you go.
kim.da.ssb on all other platforms except for Facebook. Then you can find her at Soulful Social Butterfly.
There you go.
And then you can find Oprah Diddy over on Instagram. I am trying to grow my Instagram followers. So follow me at the Oprah Diddy Show or follow me at Oprah Diddy. And I would love to stay connected with you guys. Um, anyways, let's jump into this bartender. Ooh, unpack that for us. Tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so musical bartender kind of started with the name of my show. So I have an online radio show called The Lounge, and that pretty much stemmed from as I've gotten older. I'm a laid back person. I love a good stick, meaning a good cigar, and even my taste in liquor changed. So I turned into a brown girl. So I started flocking to lounges, and with a lounge, you got your variety of music, but man, we kind of laid back, and that was just my personality. So the lounge kind of stuck with me. Where every good lounge always has their favorite bartender or a bartender that makes sure everybody is on point. So you know what? It was just meant for one to marry the other.
I love it.
As your musical bartender, I love to serve up musical cocktails.
There you go. Ooh, musical cocktails. You've got it. I love it. I love the concept. I love what you built with it. Talk to us just a little bit about how you got into this industry. Like, what made you passionate about the music?
Word of my mouth. Being that from time to okay, so even with me being a butterfly goes through, periods where they transform from one thing to the next. And I didn't realize I was kind of going through my own transformation.
Ooh.
So me just a lot of people saw me, thought I was a happy go lucky person. I really wasn't. So a couple of times for me just um joking, the first station that I was on, I saw the guy post, hey, we need radio personalities. And I remember when I first met him, he said he had a show. I thought dude was just saying something to be talking. I didn't know he really did, right?
It
So,
happens.
hey, we playing cards. I bet you do. We'll come to find out he actually did. And every time he would post, he need a radio personality. I would joke about it. And he was like, fine, look, I'm gonna step out the way. I'm gonna let you talk to I think he was like the president or something like that. I'm
Okay.
like, okay. But in my mind, like, see, that's what you get for playing. Now this these folks about to find out you don't know what you're doing. Cause I would do like random stuff on Facebook, interview. I had conversations with Kim or something like that. That was the first thing I did on Facebook with different people that I knew, entrepreneurs similar to what you're doing. Hey, we don't have the marketing money, to be on billboards and all that. Social media is free. So I will just have these conversations. Well, long story short, I end up going to orientation.
Okay.
I am way out of my league. But God was like, girl, listen, I brought you to the table. Chill out. Because everybody in the room already had experience in radio. They had a show before. They had done interviews with celebrities. I mean, I'm like, I'm way out of my league. But he just kept telling me to stay. Well, stayed, and they were great with training. But the weird part about it, I was picking up on the stuff real fast, as if I had already had the experience. So the guys were great with helping me with it. And when I tell you, it took on a life of its own. I stayed there about maybe a year, I think.
Okay.
And I met my now manager, DJ Dub Six, and just the stuff that he showed me and different tips that I even got from people in Fleet. He was like, "Okay, we're gonna try something different," and so branched out. He pulled me kicking and screaming because if he was on here, he would tell the whole story. I didn't want to do it. I was scared. I was nervous. I'm like, nah, I'm comfortable. I'm good. He was like, no, I kind of need you to be in a different position so you can receive some other stuff. And when I tell you this man was spot on, I left at one station and the lounge can now be heard coast to coast. On I think we maybe like a dozen stations now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I've done red carpet events here in Memphis, so never thought I'd be doing it.
Well, congratulations, Kim. I mean, I think that's huge. Dub Six is amazing. He's got a lot of really good knowledge about the industry. So it's great that you've been able to have someone pour into you and help guide you and push you outside of that comfort zone to do something different, and it worked.
Yes, it
So that's
did.
a great testimony. I think it's always important though to talk a little bit about some of the struggles that you faced while you was going through that transition and getting comfortable in this new space. Like talk to us a little bit about that.
Whew, honey, the struggles. One being, like we were talking about before we got started, I'm a woman, and we wear many different hats. So, full time mom, I work full time as well as I'm in school. So, trying to find the time to for and then when people will ask, well, can you MC this or can you host this? It finding that balance has really been tough. The product that everybody get comes with me, like I kind of rode it here on two wheels and late nights and things like that because it's not like something you can just okay, well I'm gonna sit down and record today. Of course, the house has to be quiet, and everybody looking at you like, "What do you mean we got to be quiet? What?" So either you wait, everybody got to give you at least 45 minutes to an hour so you can record this snippet, or I'm up late getting everything else
Mhm.
done. Everybody go to bed, then I switch to the butterfly mode.
We're living the same lifestyle. Like I get it. It is a struggle, but it's definitely inspirational to see you out here making the moves that you have. Because remember when you first came in, you were very like, just let me see what's going on. And then I looked up and you're everywhere, like doing all kinds of phenomenal things. So I think
Yeah,
that's super exciting.
and honestly, it has been scary. I've had my moments, um, I wouldn't really say, well, I'll be lying. Slightly intimidated because I still felt like I was new, even though part of me was like, yes, this is where you belong. You doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like I said, you had all these other people with, especially by us being in Fleet, years of experience, and then I'm moving way faster than I had ever imagined. So, of course, one of the other downsides, you had people looking like, how did you get that far? What did you do? Like, listen, I was minding my own business. I kid you not, because like I said, even with I know like three amazing PR women,
Mhm.
and a lot of the interviews that I got were through these women, and I've had the opportunity of interviewing people. Like I said, I'm a part of Memphis Media, So shout out to Miriam Graham, the PR that's over there. When I tell you, just being able to do the red carpet event to one of the iconic awards that take place, and I've talked to people like Little G from Silk, and I've interviewed True, and I mean, it's just been amazing. So I'm like, I didn't do nothing except for just be myself, and I was open to what God had in store for me. That's the best thing that I can possibly tell people. They trust. I don't want to give too much to the negative because I don't
Yeah.
want people to feel like they had that much control over me, and they had props or whatever. But you try, you try. You know, women, we talk about it even when we interview some female artists with Fleet. It's
Mm.
tough for women in the music industry, period. And that's not a cliche statement. That's not a bitter woman, comment. Honestly, it actually is true. It's unfortunate, but it's very true.
It is. And a lot of the times you can come in very professional. You can have very clear cut expectations for the people that's around you. And you can carry yourself with the utmost respect, and you'll still find yourself in situations and positions with people where they're trying to test and see at what point are you willing to compromise those
Yep.
morals and standards for this shiny thing that I'm offering you over here. And we fall for it. Plenty of us fall for it often, especially early in your career when you don't really know no better, and you
Mhm.
think that people are trying to actually help you, when in reality that's not necessarily help. It's either they see it in you and they're trying to maximize on it before you realize that it's in you, or they're gonna be who they are, and it's gonna turn into something like meet me late night while you up in the kitchen. I thought we was trying to do some work.
Right. What you doing? You up? What? I No. Bye.
Totally get it. Totally get it. So, what's been your biggest inspiration? Like, as you started out up until this point, I know you've had some really great people that's been around you. You've relied on your faith. So, that does speak a lot to your relationship with your higher power and let you know, like, you're tapped in and tuned in to your other sources that are out here. But also, like, what are some other things that has been situations or things that's made you say, I gotta do this. I gotta kill it.
I would have to say just getting the responses from people that I didn't know that were paying attention to me. I've had several people that I've known for years, and just you came out of your shell, and I just can't believe it. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. And as far as something that I said inspired them. And
Hmm.
so knowing that what I thought I was doing was just trying to better myself and, be a good example for my kids, I actually had people paying attention, and it was an impact. I was making an impact on their life. So ultimately, that's something I always wanted to do. I've always wanted, whatever I did, I wanted to leave a good impression. I smiled a lot to my cheeks hurt. But the main reason why I do that is because being a person that survived domestic violence survivor, suicide survivor, you just never know what the next person is going through. So if my smile will at least deter you from thinking about it for 2 or 3 minutes, if my show for about 2 hours will take your mind off of whatever it is that you have going on the outside, then I'm good with that. It helps me feel better, and then it also moves me to like, okay, Kim, you have to keep doing this because sometimes I don't feel like it. I really and truly do not feel like it. But I'm glad that I am able to get the show out, or even just when I talk. Because sometimes when I get to speak in front of people, I'm like, I can't believe I just said that. Oh, I think she froze. Oh. All right, well, everybody, we are experiencing some technical difficulties. So just continue to hold what you got. And if you're not already following myself, you can go ahead and do that on social media platforms at kim.da.ssb. And of course, just because it's me, I decided to be a little bit different. On Facebook, I am Soulful, Social Butterfly. And if you're not following the host of this amazing platform, Miss Oprah Diddy herself, make sure you are doing it, Miss Oprah Diddy and the Oprah Diddy Show. So I'm telling y'all, you will not be disappointed. So just like that, we are back.
Yes. Brief intermission, like I ain't even gonna go there, but I was like, so we gonna shut the whole show down? But what I do know about Kim is that she's prepared for this.
Like technology is a thing I have had. Listen, I've had groups, so somebody else sound or video messing up or coming in and out. So I just have to, as they say, the show must go on. So let's see what happened.
Listen, this is what this whole platform is all about. It can look pretty. It could be all of the above. You could be extra prepared, and it can still things happen.
Yep.
So being able to adapt, being able to keep moving forward, and giving people real life content. Like, how many times have you been on a show, or it's been you in the middle of something, and you get hit with the buffer? I'm gonna call my internet provider first thing in the morning.
I've had phones to go off. Now my daughter, for the most part, she is the best when it comes to me. And whenever I do interviews, she's usually either in front of me, next to me, or whatever. And it got to the point where she had to become my security when she had to let everybody else know, okay, hold on, she's recording. Because my son would just shoot from one room and up to the kitchen, and he just talking or singing. I'm like, really? And then, of course, I have the house alarm panel right behind me. So if I can't catch my mute button, somebody walk in the house, the little lady behind me, you're going to hear her go off. So and trust me, I've experienced it all.
Well, listen, we're about to get into the fun part of this show where I always do a series of rapid fire questions.
Uh-oh.
And it gives our audience the opportunity just to learn a little bit more about you. Only caveat to this is that you have to say the first thing that comes to your mind. So are you ready, Kim?
I am ready. Let's do this. I may get you later, but I'm ready.
Okay, so what is the weirdest food you've ever eaten?
Oh, that's easy. The escargot.
Ooh,
And
okay,
I
so I don't
love
know
it.
what that is.
I love it. Snails.
Ooh.
Yep, I love it.
So what does it taste like?
It's not like chicken.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
I had it when I went on a cruise. So if you eat oysters, that's about oysters and calamari is about the closest I can kind of describe. But they had it kind of in some type of butter, and it seemed like it was seared a little bit. It was good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you rather have no money or no love?
No money.
Okay. Oh, I love that. Okay. And which would you rather win, a house or a car?
Baby, give me a house. A house lasts longer than a car.
Okay, so what was the most embarrassing moment that's happened to you that you can remember?
Oh, we're gonna go back to high school. This moment has not left my memory yet. So I was in I think it was FBLA. and we used to do these competitions. And we were in, I think it was Ole Miss this particular time. I have the most common name, first name, if you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
And I was so nervous and so excited. All I heard was Kimberly. I jumped up out of my seat, and this was a nice little walk down these stairs to the podium where you were supposed to receive your medal. I didn't hear anybody else telling me they did not say your name. When I tell you my face was so red when I came back to my seat because they did not say my name. And all
Oh,
my classmates were like, we were trying to tell you. I'm like, well, somebody should have grabbed me then. But yeah, I walked down that girl in front of all of these people. I was like, oh my God, just take me back home.
I know that's tough. I know that. I know that was tough. But you survived it. That's okay.
I know. That set the tone for that. I'm pretty much. Well, I'm gonna tell you my second one, the most recent one,
Okay.
is being in this particular role. So, if anybody has ever been concerned about, calling someone by the wrong name, and you feel like that's the end of the world, your idol or whoever, I mean, this important person, don't feel bad. We all have done it. I've learned that it's just part of the initiation process, and I'm no longer a virgin. My first backstage interview with a Southern Soul artist, and I was ready. Okay, I knew who this man was, and boom, it was my time. I done went through my whole little spiel. What's having my beautiful faces? I'm coming live, da, 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 and I'm here with Willie Hutch. I was dead. I was so done. And before I could just even say I'm sorry, it was Willie Clayton who I was interviewing. And his response was, it was I get it. I'm like, oh, and everybody in the room like, and I don't even know who this lady was, but she made me feel so much. But she was like, it's okay. It happened. And some of the other media people, they was like, it has happened to all of us. But I'm like, y'all don't understand. Of course, we feel like it's not supposed to happen to us. But that was very, very embarrassing. But
I'm sure.
woosah and start all over again. So, Mr. Clayton, if I ever have an opportunity to interview you again, please let me do so. I was so nervous. I was so nervous. Now it's just like water off a duck's back. If I mess up, I'm gonna laugh before you laugh. But I was done that night.
I try to stay away from calling people their actual name because I'm terrible with names. So I'm like, girl, yeah. Or how did like I gotta call you something else because I'm the worst. You gotta
Yep.
say it to me a couple of times for me to really seal it in and don't let me be distracted because then it's like maybe 2, 3 times of seeing you, then I'm gonna really get your name right. But not
Yep.
that. So tell the people about what you've got coming up, how they can connect with you, how they can get on your platforms, just how they can make sure that they can stay tapped in with what you've got going on right now with as the musical bartender.
All right, so my beautiful faces, all my season one, and of course the new ones. So if you ever want to just see what your girl got going on, how I can be in your city and all that good stuff, the best way is through social media. 9 times out of 10, my phone is in my hand all the time, it's somewhere nearby. So I haven't made it to the status of where I have other people responding. So you can very much so get in contact with your girl. All my artists, especially my up and coming artists, I know how hard it is with marketing. Um, our platform, trust me, cocktails and conversation is a place that you want to be, and it will be an interview that I feel like could change your life. And even my entrepreneurs, it is open to you as well because I do believe in giving people an opportunity to express themselves and showcase their talents. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm family friendly, so I gotta make sure your music is clean, all right, before we get to playing it. But outside of that, like I said, social media and what I have coming up next, I am about to get ready for the 12th annual Fleet DJ Conference. So the people in y'all see this, either your girl is working hard or I'm on my way there. But make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting videos and pictures and all of that good stuff. But by all means, feel free to DM me. And let me see. August, I will be at a pool party in Texas.
Ooh.
September, I'll be at a charity ball weekend in Little Rock, Arkansas. So if y'all want to come and hang out, I think they have like a 70s party. I'll be there. And then in October, we'll be getting ready for the Iconic Award here in Memphis. So I have a couple of things lined up.
Make sure you tap in. Again, social media right here.
Yes. Look, I know. Wait. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm like, I suck at that. I could never get. I said one day I'm gonna mark or put a tape or something like Kim. Which this way you mark. Look, you see YouTubers and stuff. They do him like, yeah, right here in that. I'm like, how they know what a point is?
It's got to be years worth of practice because in my 10 episodes, it ain't there yet. But if you look at
this one, let me see. Right there.
There it is.
Yeah, right there.
Follow Kim at kim.da.ssb on all platforms except Facebook. Then you're gonna find her at Soulful Social Butterfly. She is the musical bartender. So as she mentioned, if you are a music professional and you are looking to connect with the DJ, you're looking to get some interviews done, you're looking for some type of help on marketing side, if you need an interview with whatever, I don't know, bartender, like reach out to Kim. She's definitely an amazing resource located in Memphis, Tennessee, but she is available worldwide. I really appreciate you coming in and telling us a little bit about your story. I think it is important for people to start to understand what happens on the back end of how people get to the place of where they are now. You get on social media and you see the red carpets, you see the events, you see the pretty side of it. But what a lot of people don't realize is, like you said earlier, it's a lot of long nights. It's a lot of sacrifices. It's a lot of juggling and a lot of where do I balance, especially if you are a woman with children and a corporate career out in this particular industry as well. You know, always stay in tune with Oprah Diddy. Follow me on Instagram at either Oprah Diddy or the Oprah Diddy Show. And if you ever want to connect with Kim, make sure you reach out to her on social media. Contact me. I'll make sure I connect the dots. And as always, until next time, folks, we're out.